It's IBC 2022 and we're on the Broadcast Bionics stand and I'm joined by Dan. Hi Dan, how you doing?
Hi, good to see you again. It's good to be back in Amsterdam. First time for a while doing IBC and a really busy show.
Absolutely. Now this is a display I've not seen before, your virtual rack.
Yes.
Tell us all about it.
So this is virtual rack, and the idea of virtual rack is that broadcasters are increasingly looking to replace physical equipment with virtualized software-based solutions.
Okay.
And that either means containerized solutions or virtual machines. So a number of what were traditionally hardware products are now available as containers inside open standard containers, typically known as Docker.
Okay.
Now, that's a lot of wordy technical stuff, right? So you need to know Linux, you need to understand containers, you need to know Docker, etc. And really broadcasters are just trying to get stuff done and come up with a broadcast solution.
Right.
So we came up with a solution that we call Virtual Rack that simplifies all of that into a virtual rack appliance. And by making an appliance, we first of all get a lot of the parameters correct where, like an Apple Mac, the hardware and the software is designed to go together.
Right,
so all the parameters will be correct to make sure things will work further down the line.
Yep.
And by using a virtual rack appliance, you don't see Linux, you don't have to understand different chipsets. What you see is literally this, a virtual rack. You see software versions of traditional broadcast equipment, and you can just get on with populating and managing the virtual rack of products without understanding all of the complexity of operating systems and Linux and so on. So it turns the IT future into something which is understandable and consumable by traditional
familiar
broadcast
face for people that are used to seeing this type of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, if you can understand a rack of equipment, you can understand and use virtual rack.
Yeah. And what are the typical applications? Who are you looking to that you think will be using this solution?
So broadcasters who either want to create more energy efficient and rack dense solutions, so moving from custom hardware into data centers. Quite a lot of people are having supply chain issues actually getting hold of hardware, and again using generic hardware makes that much more usable. It's also a good solution for people who want flexible or pop-up capacity. So maybe you do use physical equipment for your main core systems that you need to have 24/7. But one advantage of virtual rack is you can change what's in it much more simply than you can with a screwdriver. So you can actually license and use different technology for different projects or different times of the day. So a number of different uses, for both audio and TV.
Cool. And showing for the first time here at IBC, is it available now?
Yes, so we've been working on it for, a couple of years, but this is the first kind of public-facing demo and available from after the show.
Lots of interest so far?
A lot, because there's a lot of people who've been container curious, but have really been struggling to figure out, is it something they can use? And so this is a great way of suddenly feeling empowered to use all this technology that's been available for a while, but it's perhaps been harder for some of the smaller or medium-sized broadcasters who don't have the IT capability to make all this work.
So people can come and see you in Hall 8. If they're not at the show, where can they find out more information?
We're just bionic.radio.
Fantastic, Dan, thank you very much indeed. We're doing a couple of other videos here, so do check those out. And if you are container curious, then check out the virtual rack. For everything we're doing at IBC, check out kitplus.com.